What's up everyone? Today I decided to do a guide on my Blade Vortex build. I am currently level 99 in the Pathfinder Hardcore League, and I would say I'm doing pretty solid. I didn't have any close rips and, well, I'm getting close to 100, so yeah, that's good. I'm just gonna go over my items real quick, and then I'll talk about the gems on my passive tree, but I'll try to make this quick. I picked Divinarius because, well, first of all, it's a dagger, so I can use Whirling Blades, and that's insanely strong. The increased AoE is of course a big plus, and it got quite decent spell damage and crit, so this is an obvious choice, I would say. I think it's the best one. Until I got my Divinarius, I used Eclipse Solaris. It's very good. It even has the blind, which is so strong. I would like to use it, but without the Whirling Blades, I just don't feel like it's worth it, so yeah. It's gonna be Divinarius. For a shield I use Wrath Pit. Got good spell damage for a shield. Block chance is quite good, especially with my roomies as well. And it has some max life. With the roomies up, which we will have all the time, it puts us to around, what do we have? 64% chance to block and 48 for spells. So that's quite good. I use a Carcass Jack. I was so lucky to get a 6-linked, but it's not really needed at all. You can either get a 5-link Carcass Jack or just, well, basically a 5-link rare and play without added fire damage, but I'll get to the gems later. For a helmet, just use a rare with resistance and life. Mine is not so good, I just bought it for the Blade Vortex radius. I feel like that's nice for my clear speed, and I didn't need resistance anyways, but I could upgrade this piece, to be honest. Amulet. Well, get crit and spell damage and life. This is an expensive neck, but you can get it with just crit chance or crit multiplier. I mean, leave out the spell damage. It's not like something you need, so yeah. I use an Essence Worm with Hatred in it because I have Mind over Matter, but I'll get to that later. So I don't reserve any of my mana. It gives me quite a bit of HP because I have 6.1k HP and 1.8 mana. So in the end, it's quite high, I would say. On my other ring, I just have some resistance. It's good with max life and max mana, because mana is also, well, somewhat life. And cast speed is just a bonus, of course. Just standard gloves with life and resist. Same with the boots, life and resist. You don't need movement speed since you got the Whirling Blades. So that's really all you need. I found this build myself, which was quite lucky. I just went for some life, quite decent armor, and flask charges used and flask effect duration. There's also a third one called flask charges gained, which is definitely okay, but I have permanent uptime anyway, so I prefer having increased effect and effect duration and charges used. It can be okay though. This is my potion setup for now. I got a Vinctar's Taste of Hate roomies. I have a Surgeon's Basalt of Grounding because that removes the shock from Vinctar. So now I'm shocked, but this will remove it, so it's no problem. You can also use it in this order first, so, well, it's gonna be on for some time. So you get shock immune and then use it. So you will always be shock immune because this will be recharged much more often. It only consumes like 28 charges, even though it says 40, but I have less. So yeah, this will always be up when you have Vinctar. For life, I just use immune to freeze. Because of my ascendancy, I have what is it called again? Yeah, remove bleeding on all my flasks, so you don't need that. Yeah, and also Surgeon on all flasks. To go on my gems real quick, I have Whirling Blades with 45 faster attack setup, very standard. I have Power Charge and Crit with a Warlord's Mark and Curse on hit in another Blade Vortex. It's this one. I have it green and my other one is red, so I can always see when the green one is up. It's quite smart. It's like pay to win, but yeah, it's quite easy to see without actually. So, but I feel like it's a good way to curse. Then I have cast and damage taken with Chaos Skull and Tempest Shield. It's just a nice bonus, a bit of block and, well, fist reduction. Hatred in this Essence Worm. And in my boots I have a faster casting with Portal. Don't mind this at all. You need Val Haste with increased duration though. It's very good, and it lasts, I think it's 16 seconds right now. For my gloves I have Flame Totem with Calling Strike and faster cast. Just Flame Totem with Calling Strike really, so you can kill volatiles until you get very huge radius with like Carcass and Unhelm. It can be a problem with volatiles, so yeah, I got this Flame Totem with Cull. I feel like it's working out pretty well. For my main link I have Blade Vortex, which I was lucky to corrupt to 21, so that's good. With faster casting, Spell Echo, Controlled Destruction, added fire and increased AoE. For bosses I switch out for Conk Effect, but yeah, it's not needed on all bosses because you kill them so quick anyways. Added fire, I did consider having a level 3 in power, but added fire actually gave me more, so I'm doing that. You might be wondering Controlled Destruction why, because I'm actually crit. Well, Controlled Destruction is just so OP that it's actually better. What is my crit again? 25.7 with it and 31.7 without it. But it's really no problem because I crit all the time anyway, so there's no corpses, for example, for porcupines, because they will get crit. And because of the freeze damage from Taste of Hate and Hatred, it's no problem at all. To look at my tree real quick, I'm gonna post it also, but I'm going for the flask nodes, also gives mana, which is good. So yeah, just all the flask nodes and effectiveness also up here. I'm going for the AoE, of course, at Templar, at Witch. And I just get a bunch of dual sockets everywhere I can. And this duel is very good, because you will get 60% increased spell damage while no mana is reserved. And because of our Essence Worm, there won't be any mana reserved, so that's very strong. Mind over Matter Keystone is very important as well, because that gives like 1800 more life. And then I basically just go for health around. I have the skill effect duration, of course, for my both blades and my Val Haste. That's very strong. There is another version of this tree where I don't go up here to the shadow, but I take this Herbalism, I take Heartseeker, Dual Socket, and then I also get this Dual Socket. I don't really need the resistance though, so I feel like it's a few wasted. And well, this gives quite a bit of crit, life, physical damage. It's, I would say, some pretty solid notes, but I am level 99, so hey, you can live without this for sure. It's no problem at all. I have Valpack too, because since they nerfed Vessel of Minktar, the flask, it's not leeching instantly anymore, so you need to have Valpack. Doesn't feel like a problem though, because of the leech in my Warlord's Mark as well, so even if I don't have this up, which I will have all the time, I leech from Warlord's Mark. I think that's it though. I'm not really sure, else you can just ask questions and I'll try to respond. So thanks for watching. I hope you try this build because it's really amazing. I can only recommend it. I've been doing so well. Remember to check out my my map clears, because yeah, you can see the build in action there. Okay, see you.